I'm Joce.
Hi, I'm Claudia.
And this is the Let's Get Down to Business podcast.
We're two cousins on opposite ends of the globe with a lot of opinions about figure skating. And we're here to deliver the news, recaps, and celebrate the return of our resident hot Barbie and Ken, Stepanover and Bukin.
Hello. Welcome back to our second Grand Prix of Italy episode. This episode, we will be recapping our ice dance and men's events. Lord Jesus, every time I say men's event.
Really? I started off thinking that it was just the Russian men that were giving us the chaos.
No.
But really, it isn't. It's spread like the coronavirus. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's all over the ice.
Truly.
We do have some pieces of news before we start in both dance and men. Unfortunately, I'm just going to rip off the Band-Aid here.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Yuzuru Hanyu has withdrawn from NHK Trophy with an injury. Apparently, it was due to one very specific fall, perhaps, maybe, when he was practicing for a quad axel. And he has been replaced with Sota Yamamoto, who, I mean, no complaints about Sota, but very, very worried about Yuzu. I feel like we're having a 2018 deja vu here.
Exactly. And right before the injury announcement, Yuzu came out saying that, he was going to attempt the quad axel at NHK and everyone lost their minds. And so one can't help but think that this ankle or supposed ankle injury due to one specific fall was definitely while he was practicing the quad axel. Yuzu!
Men just never fail to deliver highs and lows, peaks and valleys of feelings, as they say.
Yes.
Another withdrawal that we have here, Shoma Uno has withdrawn from the Warsaw Cup. Apparently this one, fortunately, is not injury related. It is to have enough practice time before his Grand Prix assignment.
That is some very welcome news. And on to dance, we have more withdrawals. So Zagorski and Guerrero withdrew from their French Grand Prix stage. Unfortunately, Tiffany's been having quite a health battle recently. She was hospitalized with quite serious illness recently, and so their withdrawal doesn't really come too much as a surprise. However, we hope that they have a really quick and healthy recovery and that we see them in time for Russian nationals. So, oh my gosh, there's going to be so much competition there.
Russian nationals.
Oh, I can't even, that's just, so much going on there.
Oh, thank you.
And unfortunately, the French pair of Adelina Galavieva and Louis Taron have split. They were lovely to watch last season, especially with their Mamma Mia rhythm dance. Definitely caught my eye. Unfortunately, Louis has a chronic injury that's unspecified and that has caused them to split for now.
Yes, I hate injury announcements. What do we even say after them? Let's just insert transition here into the ice dance event at Grand Prix Italy. I feel like in this event, there was a very clear maybe split between the skill level of maybe 6th to 10th versus 1st to 5th.
Yes, definitely.
However, some very, very entertaining and interesting things going on here between 6th and 10th.
The rhythm dance, man.
Oh, God. It's just brutal.
Yes, so like Joss said, there seemed to be a very clear distinction between our top group and our second group. But with the rhythm dance, I'm kind of, I don't know whether I should be glad about this, but it's giving us a lot to talk about. This hip-hop blues combo for this season.
Let's get some hip-hop choreographers on board because we have a lot going on here. Let's start with, why don't we just get right into our 10th place finishers.
And that will be Carolina Maschini and Francesco Fioretti. I apologize if I butcher your names. However, they skated to the Rolling Stones medley. I kind of felt like these costumes were a bit offensive to the Stones in that they weren't up to the Stones' level.
They were like straight from Sheehan's Halloween costume selection.
Oh, Jesus, you're bringing Sheehan up. Okay. I wasn't going to go... Actually, no, that really matches. I was about to say I wasn't going to go that bad, but I agree. And unfortunately, their performance as a whole wasn't that great either. They scored a 55.79, which was a fair bit away from the closest finishes in the rhythm dance. So... yeah, that Midnight Blues pattern didn't look great.
They had scored no key points and a huge distance between them and the Twizzles. Not that the Twizzles outside of the distance between them went fantastically, but that was just kind of what stuck out to me.
The Holy Ghost is reserved for pairs dance. You're supposed to be closer
together.
together.
Yeah, don't bring them into dance. No one wants them here. However, I do think that they had a lot of fun with this rhythm dance. They were very into the choreo, big ol' smiles right from the roller rink, lots of air guitar. They were having a lot of fun and did enjoy. I did enjoy the program, even though the actual technique didn't quite hit. I did enjoy watching them. So
that is true. And also, I quite enjoyed watching our lovely dance team from China, Chen and Sun, who skated to More by Usher, and I couldn't do it, but so I do love this song though, but it's also just so 8th grade me, it's cringe at the same time.
The remix, I was like, is this Josh Groban? I couldn't even tell that it was Usher until actual Usher came
Josh Groban. Imagine Josh Groban actually covering this though. What a crossover. Ed Sheeran is gone from the party. It's all about Josh Groban now.
In our Women in Pairs episode, Ed Sheeran made a special appearance. Here it's Josh Groban. I mean, he frequently appears at skating events, but
that's true. That's very, very true. But they did remarkably better in their key points. They got a yes, yes, no, yes. They have relocated to Canada to train with the I Am group, and so good on them. Very nice straight lift, level 4, and level 4 twizzles to open. But I really couldn't get over this More by Usher. I mean, it's just 8th grade me. At least it wasn't Oh My God by Usher, because that was my ringtone. Not ringtone, sorry, my alarm. It was my alarm for like a good year, because...
Imagine waking up to that.
Yeah, imagine waking up to it. It's traumatic.
I can't even stand the low dulcet tones of my iPhone ringing, so can't imagine what it would be like to... Maybe that's why I can't wake up. Maybe I should change my morning routine.
Don't. By the way, it wasn't even on an iPhone. It was like on a Sony Ericsson that held like 2 songs.
We'll leave the don't pick up the phone and then the last episode.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, midline step, only level 1 here. Both of them level 2 pattern step. But I really like these costumes, especially his costume. I feel like American pairs men should take note. Not that obviously pairs and dance are the same thing, but his costume is very nice, very nice.
A lot of notes should be taken when it comes to costumes. I feel like especially with our 8th place finishers, and that is Katarina Mueller and Tim Deek,
what is happening?
Who skated the rhythm dance was so it's the Joker and Harley Quinn, but then I was like, why does every Harley Quinn costume have to just be so terrible? I'm sorry, Katarina, but it didn't really hit with me.
Oh my gosh. I mean, these two are a little bit out there quite frequently. However, this was just way too out there for me. Let's save it for the gala. And I never say that because I love to see creative programs. I never tell people to save it for the gala. Like, I'm just not that person. But like this really, I just can't save it for the gala. Please.
I mean, they had the spoken word of, I'm just gonna hurt you.
Oh God, no.
Really bad.
Disgusting.
And I'm like, oh, really? And Tim was mouthing
Timothy.
it. Timothy.
I don't even know if Tim stands for Timothy, but...
And also, did he have fake tattoos on his chest?
Yes.
And then also, is he allowed to like fall/slide like that in the final? I can't even remember what it was. But anyway, I was watching Tim more than I was Katarina just because he was very Joker-ish. And I was a bit, save this for Halloween. But
no more Joker programs, folks. No more.
Unless your name is Josephine Taillagard, then you can skate to Joker all you want. But that's the only exception I'll make.
They looked visibly upset at their score in the rhythm dance. She was like laughing very nervously, and he was like, ugh. I was like, okay, all right, folks, whatever. And then full on whiplash to our Whitney Houston medley for the free dance.
Going from like Toxic by Britney Spears and Seven Nation Army straight into Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You, and Queen of the Night by Alexandra Burke and Run to You.
I do love Whitney Houston.
I know, it's great.
But the music cuts are so weird again. Why? It doesn't need to be weird like this.
I stunts and then music cuts.
Maybe for them. They're always a little bit offbeat, which I have always appreciated in the past, but I just think that this is a little too much. Anyways, their twizzles, especially his twizzles, are really wild and out, especially in the free dance, I feel like, but also in the rhythm dance. The music cuts, again, were really weird. I don't know. I've never been one of those people that has been like, save it for the gala, but I think that they have just tipped me over the edge here.
That's a lot. I mean, well done to them, because that takes something special.
Very forgiving person.
That is very true. And who we have in 7th is Caroline Soucisse and Shane Firus skating to What's Love Got to Do, Got to Do. Okay, to be honest, I actually really like that for the Midnight Blues. I think it's a great song choice.
Yeah, I really enjoy their song choice. I don't think that they bring quite enough personality to it, which is a shame because it is a great song choice, but I really do enjoy them. Again, unfortunately, just like their last Grand Prix assignment, not a lot of improvement here. Yeah, not a ton of improvement, which I think they were not very pleased with.
Yeah, only got one key point. Pattern step, Caroline got level 1, Shane got level 2. Very slow and out of sync in the twizzles, where they only got level 3. So a lot of points left on the table here. And also, does Shane have to wear a necktie? I mean, I like how it matches Caroline's skirt fringe color, but I'm really not sure about the necktie, to be honest.
We saw a very good necktie in Mambo Italiano in the Paris events, so this necktie unfortunately does fall a little short.
Tina Turner, would you wear a necktie? Just saying.
Let's ask Miss Tina. Ma'am, with all due respect, would you wear a necktie? I don't think I could even formulate words around Tina Turner.
But they did skate their free dance to Hier Encore and La Bohème, which is a great soundtrack.
Yes, they did improve by a couple points compared to their performance at Skate America, which is better. But I just don't think there's just enough charisma here.
Yeah.
I just think they need to really turn up the personality.
Very much so. Very much so. Okay, and in 6th place, we have...
a lot of personality.
A lot of personality. And that is Evgenia Lopareva and Jeffrey Brissot representing France.
I really just have to say that she's wearing the shirt that I wore in ballet to keep my arms warm, but not to ruin the lines on my trunk that boomers hate. Every time I would wear the shirt, some boomer would comment on it because it's cropped at the clavicles but has long sleeves. Every time I would wear this in ballet, some boomer would have to comment on it.
I mean, but it makes sense. But also, you know, Caroline Green wears something very similar for her free dance. Not very similar, but like the cut's similar. This just looks crappy.
It's just so much. It's very Forever 21. His outfit as well, also Forever 21.
This whole rhythm dance is just... Let's start off with the song selections, shall we? And it will probably explain a lot of things. So they start with the Next Episode by Dr. Dre featuring Snoop Dogg.
Good song.
Great song. Then they go into Killing Me Softly with his song by Fugees. Is that even how you pronounce it?
Also a good song.
And then they finish with Jump Around by House of Pain. Excellent song as well. I love the songs. I do not love them skating to these songs. And I don't love the choreo also.
I was so surprised that people were into this because it is so stereotypical and appropriated. Let's get some hip hop choreographers on this, please, because I could barely watch it.
Yeah. And also, why does Jeffrey have one glove on? You're not skating to Michael Jackson.
I don't know. I don't even really want to talk about it. These are such good songs, but the movement is so stereotyped and tokenized. I can't do it. And they're so into it, which I think maybe makes it a little worse. I'm not sure.
No, it definitely makes it a little worse. And then by the end, when Jump Around comes on, I was like, no, not Jump Around, please. Don't ruin this song for me as well. Like, I'm sad.
And their free dance, actually a big improvement on the rhythm dance. Mostly because I could barely watch the rhythm dance because of the choreography. But anyways, there were small mistakes here and there. They scored 5th, which was higher than Green and Parsons. And as a Green and Parsons stan, that does make me very sad. However, I do understand because Green and Parsons made a big mistake, whereas these two only made small mistakes here and there. Actually quite good. Big improvement over the rhythm dance. So glad to see it.
Look, I'm pretty sure that there's anything that they do would be an improvement from that rhythm dance.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, the music was lovely as well, so that definitely helped things out.
The acoustics does not lend well to rap though. It was so echoey. How do they even hit any of those beats?
Oh, I agree. Also, I know we'll get to them in a bit, but Gabby and Guillaume's Made to Love sounds so tinny over the stadium speakers.
Oh yeah, it does. It's the acoustics.
100%.
It's the rink acoustics. Anyway, let's move on. Oh gosh, our 5th place finishers.
No.
Faves, but very unfortunate. Perfect up until literally the last moment. Caroline Green and Michael Parsons from the US. My favorite Janet Jackson medley of this season.
It's just so good. So we've spoken about and mentioned how Caitlin Weaver especially notes how a lot of dances this season, rhythm dances this season, toe the line or go over the line of
far over the line
problematic things like cultural appropriation and just not having it tasteful. Caroline Green and Michael Parsons keep it tasteful.
These two programs are just masterful.
Yes.
Like, I can't even tell you the last time I adored a set of dance programs as much as these two. Like,
exactly.
I love it. I love them so much.
Packaged so well. I'm really, really liking the direction these two have taken this season. Such a shame about the fall in the free dance, though. Such a shame. It's definitely a freak accident. But let's get into the rhythm dance first. A solid set of twizzles to open level 4. They hit 3 out of the 4 key points. A yes, yes, no, yes. Both Caroline and Michael got level 3s in their pattern step. And
as well as in the midline step.
In the midline step. Well done. Times 3. The key points, pattern, and midline. Not a lot of teams did that.
No, definitely not.
I just love this rhythm dance. It's just so well put together. The costumes are great. They both look great in them. Great choreography too.
Oh my gosh, so good. And the free dance, absolutely phenomenal. Like, I didn't think I could like anything more than the rhythm dance, but their free dance really hits it out of the park. However, last episode, I said that her dress kind of bugs me a little bit and I couldn't figure out what it was. However, I figured out what it was here. It reminds me, and this is a very niche thing, so I'm sure that the dress is a big hit elsewhere, but it looks like it comes from this one very specific Gymshark ombre collection.
Oh my god.
And I've watched way too many Gymshark hauls to not associate it with that. So nothing wrong with the dress itself, just a me thing and not a her thing.
As soon as you mention Gymshark, it just, everything clicks. Everything clicks.
Right. I told you. I'm telling you.
I think the cut of it's fine. It's just the tie-dye that I'm like not a fan of. Anyway.
Yeah, it's just ombre in this very specific Gymshark way that I don't think
so true.
You'll understand unless
you know Gymshark.
Unless you know Gymshark.
It's like it's like the butterfly butt pants, like that everyone thinks.
Oh yes.
Yes. Anyway. So, okay, we've seen this dance before. I still think it's a choreographic masterpiece. I think it's a master of a program. I think it.
Oh, it's so good.
I think it belongs in a museum. It's so. I love it so much. I think it's perfect. Unfortunately, coming out of their curve lift level 3 and curve lift level 4, Caroline caught her heel on the way out and she went down. And I think they also got an extended lift call on that. So overall, they got 2 points deducted, which sucks. And it just made it all it made it all the more bittersweet when at the end, Michael was all smiley and he was like, don't worry, like, it happens. And we love supportive partners, but like, yes, we get how it's, disappointing. And when the scores came up, they scored 102.66 here, which is 12 points off of what they scored in Skate Canada, which is That's a bummer.
So unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, we know that they can do so much better. They know they can do so much better. This is just a freak accident. But still, these programs belong in the Olympics. They also belong in museums. Thank you very much, Caroline Green and Michael Parsons, for giving us these, because I love them so much.
I agree.
I love them so much.
Oh, I don't know who I want to take that last American dance spot at the Olympics. Like, I love Hawaii and Baker, and they are just chronically underappreciated and underscored. But like these two and these programs, how can I not want these programs to go to the Olympics?
I toss and turn every night over this. I really, really do.
No, you don't.
That's true.
You don't lose any sleep. You go right to sleep.
That's actually a lie. I take a long time to get to sleep. Although I can stay asleep. I just take a long time to get to sleep. It travels through my mind with my like 10 million thoughts. But I just love these programs so much. I love them so much. Big stan of them.
You know who else I love, and you know
God.
I love them. Our 4th place finishers. Oh, I love them. I adore them. Wang and Liu from China. I truly love them.
Oh, I love them so much as well. And they've improved. We love some growth and development.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this Elvis Presley medley is so much more tolerable than other rhythm dances.
Yes.
So much more tolerable.
And it's smart.
It is smart
It's
too.
really, really smart. It's exactly like Olivia Smart and Adrian Diaz using Proud Mary for their rhythm dance. Yes, this is not one song, it's a medley, but Elvis,
but it works.
It works.
So well.
Elvis's music lends itself really well to this year's rhythms, both the hip hop and the blues versions.
Although Elvis is not hip hop, but the rhythms.
Yes, the rhythms are hip hop. Yes. And Shiyue looks hot to trot. Her in that blue number, she is on fire.
They both look good. She's wearing breakup blue. It's very good breakup blue. However, I do have a bone to pick, as I always do with costumes. He's wearing this really rad-looking leather vest number with pleather pants, but they're a slightly different material and shade of black leather, and that bothers me so much.
I did notice that as well. Both of us are very particular about fabrics, like very particular.
It really bothers me, as I sit here with my closet full of black Lululemon lines covered in dog hair, but
hey, at least it's not wool. I can't stand wool.
Not wool. And it's a good dog. She's
exactly.
A great dog.
It's Lululemon and it's comfortable. I will take that over like a wool sweater any single day. Me and my sensory issues. Anyway, they unfortunately lost a few levels here and there. Pattern step, only level 1 from both of them. Midline step
as well.
Only level 1. So definitely a lot of points left on the table. But they did thoroughly enjoy the program, as did I watching it. Xinyu loves the program so much that he gave a little audible woo at the end. We love it.
So cute.
They have come so far, not only in their packaging, presentation as a whole, but their ability to express outwardly, and that makes such a difference. It truly, truly does. And I'm also so happy with their free dance choice for this season. It's to Kung Fu Piano, cello ascendants performed by the Piano Guys. Not exactly loving the Kung Fu Piano name, given that we just went through this whole thing about like the Kung Flu, and it just gives me a little bit of a twitch hearing that. However, imagine this program at the Olympics.
Oh gosh, imagine.
I think it will fly so well.
They would bring down the house. And look at these costumes. They look stunning. He has a gold sparkly belt. Like, I don't know if it's a real belt or if it's just like a
I don't care. It's
printed
lovely.
on one, but it's good nevertheless.
We love them paying homage to their culture in a lovely modern way. The costumes are gorgeous. They managed to not lose as many levels here, although Shiyue still 1 footstep, still a level 1. Sweetie, come on.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I have faith that they'll get it together.
Yeah. But apart from some technical things, they did really well. I really enjoyed this skate, and the crowd appreciates it too. They were really clapping them on and encouraging them, which was so nice to hear and see.
Oh, this was such a good crowd. There were only like 17 people in it, but those 17 people were really giving it.
Exactly.
So they did end up 4th. I was very happy, but maybe not so much at the expense of Green and Parsons. But I mean, if there was ever a team to overtake them, this would be my choice.
I completely agree. And let's move on to our podium finishes. In third place, we have Alexandra Stepanova and Ivan Bukin. It is their first competition of this season. And boy, have I been waiting for this. I love them.
Oh my goodness. And Backstreet Boys.
This is... Tell me this program, this rhythm dance, does not scream Ivan Bukin on TikTok.
We have traversed 2 generations of teen heartthrobs here. We have Backstreet Boys, and then we have Justin Bieber and Shawn Mendes. Although that is maybe 3 generations, because are Shawn Mendes and Justin Bieber the same generation, or are they different?
I feel like they could be the same generation.
Could they?
Yeah. Like
Justin came along way before Shawn did.
True. That's true.
Anyways.
It's transcendent is what it is.
It's transcendent.
So they skated to Everybody, a remix by the Backstreet Boys, and Monster by Shawn Mendes and Justin Bieber.
Oh God, the music cuts though.
Oh God, they're horrendous.
Oh no, they're really bad.
They're horrendous. But only Sasha Stepanova can make boiler cut shorts look good.
Oh yeah, I definitely can't do that. Not a skill I have.
A skill they do have is hitting 3 out of 4 of their key points. Very nice. Pattern step, Sasha got a level 2, Ivan got a level 3. They also got level 2 for their midline step. So I was here for the dubstep kind of part of the Backstreet Boys Everybody remix. And you know it's...
It kind of gave me a headache.
It did give me a headache, but you know that Vanya is bloody loving this. The TikTok king of skating. If you haven't watched his TikToks, go ahead. They're actually like... They're quite good and quite funny.
Really entertaining.
They are. But pretty good job for them. Not bad at all, especially since the last time we saw them properly was at Worlds, and that rhythm dance was very, very messy. It also kind of didn't help them out that they skated after Gabby and Guillaume here. It kind of made them look a little sluggish. However, they did score 81.47 in the rhythm dance, and it was... I think in interviews after, they said that they weren't extremely happy with how they skated, that they could do certain things better. But first competitive outing for this season, and it was all right.
Yeah, it was okay. Definitely, you can tell the difference, especially since in these top 3 teams, it was very tight. They were all so skilled, but you could really tell the difference with their speed here and their ice coverage. And then in their free dance... it went from We Have a Map of the Piano to a Romeo and Juliet medley. And the Romeo and Juliet came on very suddenly with the spoken word vocals.
Yes. When I saw the music choices on paper, I was like, oh, okay. I really like this for them. I feel like I hadn't heard We Have a Map of the Piano by Mum before. But I was like, oh, Romeo and Juliet. I feel like this is a great vehicle for them. It suits their imagery very, very well. So I really like this. And then that Romeo and Juliet bit was a little weird in the sense that...
It was a little weird.
Yeah, like A Time for Us is lovely, but then the kind of singing of it wasn't a huge fan. However, I was actually quite a big fan of We Have a Map of the Piano. It was this very... contemporary nature piece. It suits their style really, really well. And I kind of get that it could get a little bit bland if the whole 4 minutes of the free dance was just that piece of music, but I really like it. Like, I would play this on Spotify. It's very new age contemporary.
I agree. But just pairing the words piano and mum next to one another, it was kind of like, you should practice your piano.
Stop. Love in parentheses.
Love from your immigrant parent, mum.
Absolute truth. But I love the costumes here for both of them. Sasha was in a lovely peach. Vanya was in a lovely maroon. They go very well together. Good color matching. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. I also really enjoy his, gosh, how do we describe this? Like mesh, violet, purple V-neck thing.
No, I get what you mean. The kind
nice.
of like there was this shoulder neck bit. No, it wasn't a shoulder pad. It was kind of like a neck thing, but then a V mesh bit. Y'all go look at the pictures.
I don't know.
It vibes. They had a stunning straight line lift. Ivan was in a teapot / shoot the duck position. terms change
I don't
depending on where you are in the world. Really wild, awesome. And yeah, I really like this free dance for them. I think it covers their shortcomings really well. It paints them in a really good light, which is good for an Olympic season. Great vehicle, great packaging, and a lot cleaner than they were last season.
Yes, if there is ever a team to sell me a Romeo and Juliet program, it would definitely be these two. The top three were just so phenomenal that little things just kind of stuck out. Here, I think what stuck out to me was that the rotational speed on the twizzles was a little slow. Could use a little bit more ice coverage as well. But again, lovely. I can see them improving this program over time because it's just little things here and there.
For sure. And I can't wait to see them improve because these programs, I think, suit them very, very well. And depending on how other Russian dance teams go this season, which so far, the other two main contenders for the 3 Olympic spots, they aren't having great seasons so far in terms of injury and illness. So we'll see.
We will see. We have also yet again seen Madison Hubbell and Zachary Donohue. I feel like we've seen them a lot.
Yes, we have.
But
I feel like it as well.
Maybe it's just the lots of Janet Jackson because
True.
Green and Parsons should have another
True.
Janet Jackson medley here. But I do prefer Green and Parsons to this one. But this one is also pretty great.
It's growing on me. It really is.
It is. It is. I really like Maddie's costume and her hair. It's
Yes,
fantastic.
the
I could never
braid.
do that hair because I don't have a lot of hair. But
It's not really a braid, is it? It's very kind of very 2000s-esque.
it's like a
twist.
twist.
I
Yeah.
love it though. Great.
Very good. Very good. Just like they always skate, very, very clean here. Good ice coverage. Fantastic. Just not quite as great as Papadakis and Cizeron. Not quite there yet.
Not quite there yet, absolutely. But very good, really good for them. And for this free dance, I have a bone to pick with these costumes. So, unlike Stepanova and Bukin's free dance costumes, which were very well matched in terms of color shades, this purple that Maddie has on and the maroon that Zach has on, they're
not quite there. I don't know what it is.
They're not quite there. Like Maddie's purple's got a bit more blue undertone. Zach's maroon obviously has a more red undertone, and they're just a little bit off. They're like a shade off.
Just a little.
Yeah. Also, although I do like how they're using one piece of music for their free dance, that's refreshing.
It's so annoying.
It's so annoying when there's just like music cuts that just don't work. So thank you for, using one piece of music. Is that opening straight line lift legal? I thought...
Oh gosh, everyone is talking about this.
So from...
The bentness versus the straightness of his arms.
So from what I know, which can be very dated, so I haven't read the rule book recently, so I might just be very ignorant, and if I am, bear with me. But I thought that ice dancers can't lift over the head, like above the head, which Zach is doing. Yeah. Okay. We'll leave it at that. Level 4 for all the lifts and level 4 twizzles. There was a slight bobble at the end on the choreographic lift. But they did okay. Circular step level 3, 1 foot step. Maddie got a level 3, Zach got a level 2. It was okay. 123.11 for their free dance. I know that they can do better. I feel like they know that they can do better as well. But good program for them for this season.
Yes, it was very good. They performed really well, just as they always do. It's just not quite at the level of Papadakis and Cizeron, which is a hard level to reach. No one quite gets there. So, but again, very, very good set of programs for them. I'm not the biggest fan of the free dance, but I am a big fan of the rhythm dance. Janet's great.
Janet's really just carrying it. But speaking of Papadakis and Cizeron, it's been the long-awaited return of Gabriella Papadakis and Guillaume Cizeron to competitive ice, and boy, did they make a statement.
Oh my gosh. The first 5 seconds of the rhythm dance, I died. The flow, the speed, the ice coverage, and the rest of it. The whacking and the voguing.
So
like,
good.
oh my God, I love whacking and voguing.
Hello, this is called getting the right choreographers hired, doing tasteful things for this chosen rhythm for this season.
Oh, it's amazing. The first 5 seconds, I was like, that's it. It's over.
Exactly.
And the event.
Olympic gold medal material. This rhythm dance truly is 100,000,000% Olympic gold medal material. The opening, like you said, is just so fantastic. Made to Love is such a great choice of song for this rhythm dance. The twizzles to the music, it's just so good.
So good.
And
I
for
love
the pattern step, Guillaume Cizeron is the only person who got level 4 for the entire event.
Wow.
Come through.
I mean, if there was ever a person to get a level 4.
Exactly. They got 6 10s in PCS. Not the best that they could do. There were a few levels missing in the pattern step and the midline, but still fabulous. I think this is... A lot of people have been raving about this rhythm dance, and for good reason. The smallest bone I have to pick is the music transition between Made to Love and You Move, I Move, but it might be growing on me. Don't hate me. It might be growing on me.
It's okay. I don't mind it. It's not the worst music cut we've seen, let's be honest.
That is very, very true.
For the free dance, they skated to Foray, who I love.
And an elegy, which I also love. Great.
Yes.
Great choice of music. I'm not a fan of the bright red shirt, though.
Oh, yeah.
It was distracting.
It's okay. He has time to change it.
Yeah, like
we have the rest of the
I
season.
wrote down in my notes, like, it looks like he just lost his luggage coming into Italy and found a spare bit of fabric and like some spare stones laying around from maybe Maddie's mom who bought her sewing kit, or maybe Ed Sheeran who was still in the building. You know, who knows? And he was just like, oh, let me just chuck a few stones on my shoulder. Meanwhile, Gabby looks like $1,000,000.
Oh, she looks amazing.
She looks stunning. And then Guillaume's in just like this Alexandra Trusova color hair shirt. So.
Oh, no.
Anyway.
But no Tina Trusova on the costume, and that's where he loses.
No newspaper, no names of Sasha Trusova's like no 5 dogs or 7. Who knows how many she has. But again, 1 foot step sequence. Gabby got a level 3. Guillaume comes through with the only level 4 of the event yet again.
Yes, yet again. Truly, their speed, their flow, their transitions, their sync.
It's unmatched.
Everything.
They're really on another level. They really are.
I don't even know what to say.
And this program is just beautiful. It's just beautiful.
We saw a lot of 10s in the
Yes.
scores, which I mean, very valid. Very valid.
9 10s, very valid. And because it's all across the news, we have to mention. So there's this bloody judge whose name I can't even remember and doesn't really deserve to be remembered, who was just so discriminatory against Guillaume Cizeron. And like, it's just truly awful. And so Guillaume just comes out and just goes, you know what, I'm going to skate and prove everyone wrong. And in the slow-mo, yes, we can see that, you know, because Guillaume's gay, he can't express true love. And because he's gay and can't hide that he's gay, it's, you know, his expression is cold. And yeah, Mr. Oh no, I have his name here, Mr. Alexander Vedenin, you blithering idiot. Are you joking? You can clearly see.
Seriously, the worst.
You are the worst. You can clearly see in the whole program, in the slow-mos, that your opinion is absolutely wrong. Like, shut up.
Yes. I mean, Guillaume, first of all, connections in dance do not have to be romantic to sell a program. First of all, and non-romantic programs always get scored low, which is a damn shame and also an issue.
But also, like, what happens with the brother and sister combos? Like, come on, weirdo.
They always score them low. However, it's not like he can't sell a romantic program either, because he's very good at what he does. So, you know what?
And because he's human, he can love and express emotion. Apparently, those are reserved for straight, heteronormative, cis people. Weirdo.
And programs.
Anyway. So the message of the story is go pick up Guy's autobiography called Ma plus belle victoire. So go do that. Give him some money.
I don't know what that means, but I think you should buy it.
My most beautiful victory is what it means.
Oh, well, there we go.
There we go.
Oh, God, do we have to do this now?
Yes, we're done with ice dance. And now we're moving on to men. And every single week,
We just prolong dance, even though neither of us are ice dancers, and we just kind of talk.
I know. And every single week you will hear Joce go, "Do we have to?" And I'm sitting on the other side going,
Unfortunately, we do.
unfortunately we do. And also, I very much feel, Joce's sentiment.
All right.
Why do the men have to do this every single bloody week?
Every week they do this to us. They fray our nerves. They do.
Even a whole new field. They're just like, you know what? We're just going to be consistent in our chaos. Like, why? I would like to keep my heart rate consistent, please. I already have enough anxiety issues. Thank you very much. Ugh.
All right, let's start with our friend Paul Fentz, the owner of the Pockets meme. However, Han Yan should really be the owner of the Pockets meme. Unfortunately, he had to withdraw from the free skate, but he did participate in the short program, which he skated to Wire by Razorlight. It was not good. The opening toe, I think, was probably supposed to be a quad toe, but ended up being a triple.
Yeah.
He fell on his triple axel, a big old forward lean on his triple lutz, but did manage to tack on a double toe, and his spins are just so slow. Like, is he even just rotating?
2 falls in a short program is always super hard to take. All I could think of was, maybe if he finally gets married, his luck will turn around for him. Maybe putting it off is really giving him all the bad juju.
He kept delaying his wedding because he wanted to participate in another Olympics, and my friend, poor Paul, withdrew from the free program, but hopefully whatever it was that had him withdrawing improves for his next appearance. Let's move to our 11th place finisher,
Gabriele Frangipani! So we missed out on seeing Gabrielle in World Team Trophy last season, and is this boy a performer? Very charismatic, great dancer, and has great presence on the ice. Unfortunately, he's a big yeeter into his jumps.
Truly a yeeter,
Truly a yeeter.
Like many Italian men.
Yes, but we do have to mention that there were reports coming into this Grand Prix that Gabrielle has been dealing with a minor injury. According to Anything GOE on Twitter, it might have gotten worse, or it's actually more a serious injury. However, it was really nice and refreshing to see him skate this week, even though his technical performance wasn't so great.
Yes. He, however, was wearing a mesh shirt under a blazer. He is ready for Harry Styles' Love on Tour.
Ooh,
very ready.
Look, he was delivering on the costume front. Absolutely.
Yeah, he has a big personality too, which I enjoy.
However, Mr. Frangipani, skating in the short program to Wild by John Legend and Gary Clark Jr., why are you wearing a hair tie on your wrist like a girl at her year 10 formal, or if you're in America, like homecoming, and like me every day?
Oh my God.
You're not.
My best friend wore a hair tie on her wrist to my wedding when she was in my wedding party, and I was like, you know what, practical, it's fine.
If you go back and look at the pictures from your wedding, you will also see me with a hair tie on my wrist. Like, I'm sorry.
It's okay, we have hair. Sometimes it needs to be up.
Yeah, but it's not like Gabrielle has Deniss Vasiljevs long hair. Like,
he needs a new hair elastic, by the way.
Maybe he was saving it for Deniss. Just keeping it safe.
He can lend him his hair tie.
But anyway, so the opening planned quad sow was popped into a triple sow. Then he yeets himself into the triple axel, which was caught on the quarter. And then that double Lutz triple toe was wild, just like falling while skating to Fallen by Harry Styles is.
Oh no. Well, he's going to the tour already with his outfit.
Yes.
So.
You know what? He could be a backup dancer for Harry. I feel like they'd get along very well. Anyway, but poor boy, he was so dejected after that short program in the Kiss and Cry. Only scored 55.09. However, I enjoyed the performance, and he definitely did. You know what? I wouldn't say definitely, but he did marginally better in the free skate, which was it's a Peaky Blinders program.
Oh, I love Peaky Blinders.
He skated to Red Right Hand by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. Ballad of a Thin Man by Richard Hawley and I'm a Man by Black Strobe. We need more Peaky Blinders programs.
I agree. Janet Jackson and Peaky Blinders. The two genders.
Well, that means I inhabit both genders.
As some folks do, which
as
is
some
fantastic.
folks do, truly. We have Sherlock, and now we need more Peaky Blinders, so come through.
Yes. Okay. Oh, God, this program. Okay, there was a quad sal, and then everything just kind of went downhill from there.
Bless him. After that quad sal, it was just like, oh, okay, we're good. We don't need to keep our shit together.
We're done. We don't need anything else. He looked very winded. I think it's maybe just because like he fell so much, it really kind of takes it out of you.
Not even the falling, it's just the yeetage.
That's true. It's a lot of energy that's being expended there.
There's also not a lot of transitions in his skating, very crossover heavy. Yeah, it was kind of all coming undone towards the back half of the program.
Yes, it was.
I want to see more of him though. I hope he sticks around for the next quad.
I do too. He's fun. He's fun. We'll just dial it in a little bit.
Yes, clean things up a little.
But yes, he ended up in 11th place.
All right, let's move on to our 10th place finisher, and that is the youngin CHEN Yudong.
You know, I really do like him, but Hanyan. Sorry.
No. Don't even
Sorry,
apologize on that front, because I am with you. Chen is young though. He's only 17. I don't think he matches Junhwan in any way, shape, or form in terms of PCS. However, he's up and coming. I think he's got some nice quality to him.
It's true. He's got so much time. Yeah.
Needs work on consistency and, PCS, especially in that free program. But nice jump technique, except for that axle. The triple axle is just...
What is into this entry?
I don't know, man. That entry is as long as Paul Fence's wedding planning. It goes on and on and on. It's, Ashley Wagner had a shorter axle lead in, and that was already super long. So I don't know what's going on here.
It's already long. It's like hip, 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 chin, chin, chin.
Hip, 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 hip. Instead of hip, hip, chin, chin.
Yes, FYI.
If y'all weren't already informed. And this Grand Budapest Hotel free skate, I watched this movie recently, and it's really good. But why are we going with this blue and white shirt deal? Like, doesn't fit the theme at all.
It's a little weird.
Like that axle lead-in, that needs fixing.
Like that, axles were just a big struggle for him. The quad's also not there for him. And then he was also, like Gabriella, very gassed at the end.
And it was like he was half-assing the choreo at the end, kind of like half gave up. Conditioning, boys, conditioning. We don't need you to be like Makar Ignatov last season at Russian test skates. That's like really the epitome of struggle street. Anyway, got some promise in him. Keen to see him grow and develop. That's like my two favorite words apparently for these episodes in the next quad. Somebody who also needs a lot of work and isn't in the best shape is Dmitri Aliev.
Oh no. My fave.
Dima. First and foremost,
sad.
This bright ocean blue top does not fit.
The cowl neck. We need to leave cowl necks in 2011.
It doesn't fit the music. Also, another thing that's etched in my memory because Tessa and Scott skated to this, and Tessa had this like lovely, how would you call it? Like, I don't know, like beige creamy dress going on, like a little bit of brown undertones to it as well. And then Dima steps out in this bright ocean blue, and I'm like, whoa, including the gloves. I'm like, this is a lot.
He also had this very interesting interview where he was super vague about the situation in which he is skating like this. And I was like, I don't quite remember the words that he said, but I was like, this is weird. It sounds ominous.
Yeah, he said, there are reasons why I am in this shape. I don't want to talk about them openly and publicly. I simply admit that I was defeated today. And then he goes on to say, I will say that I did not think that I would face such a situation as I am in now. I won't call it a crime, but it just unsettles me.
Like, what the fuck? Are there aliens? Like, what's happening?
What is going on, Dima?
What's happening? Are we in a one-season Netflix thriller? Like, what are we talking about here?
Is this a true... Well, should we be doing a true crime podcast about Dima Aliev's, like...
We veered into another genre here. I don't know what's happening.
And then poor boy, after, like, the whole competition, he goes and says, I'm very ashamed that the team that works with me sees me like this. But on the other hand, I'm grateful for them for helping and supporting me. What's going on, Dima?
What's happening? We're in a Netflix thriller. One season. Didn't get renewed for season 2, so no one actually knows what's happening. Truly baffled.
Really baffled, but also, like, he did not skate well here.
No, I don't know what's happening. I mean, it just seems like no one knows what's happening, but none of the jumps went well for him. He stumbled on a twizzle, lost levels.
Double jumps, popped them.
Double jumps, again with the Lutz.
I mean, okay, so the Lutz, at least it was a good attempt. Like, good on him for putting himself out there and doing it. He needs to be doing it. Got called under both programs, fell in both programs, although the free skate quad Lutz looked a bit better than the short program. Then it was supposed to be a quad toe, triple toe, and he does a triple toe for both programs. Why?
And then with his conditioning, the step sequence and the final spin.
You're so gassed. And he was so early in the music for the free skate. Like, bless you.
Oh, yeah.
But Anthony Hopkins did not compose that masterpiece for you to be that early. Just saying.
No. But who knows what's happening in his life?
Who knows? Well, we just hope, things work out soon, please.
And whatever it is goes away, especially if it's aliens.
Ooh, spooky.
Who knows? All right, let's move on to his compatriot.
In 8th place is Pëtr Gumennik with really interesting hobbies. So his hobbies listed in his ISU bio are biology, bioinformatics, bicycling, journeys, and stock market.
Wow.
I feel like Pëtr and I would get on really well.
I was going to say it couldn't be me, but could definitely be you.
Oh, okay. So this short program, To Leave a Light On by Tom Walker, great music choice, as we have heard before. Also, we had the stadium announcer saying Pëtr's name correctly.
Oh, love it.
And also he's been saying all the names very well, or at least trying to do so very well. So big plus, even the East Asian names. So parabens, thank you. But then what is Pëtr wearing?
Oh, gosh.
And also, why don't I hate it?
It's like the sleeve kept like scrunching up by the shoulder because it looked almost like crocheted. And I was like, this is very DIY.
He looks like an emo bird's nest.
Emo bird's nest.
But in like a good way, like not in an awful way, if that's even possible.
No, it's not a bad costume. It's just there's a lot happening.
It's very angsty.
As he is.
Not a great short program. Does a lovely quad sow triple toe to open, then falls on the quad toe, holds on to the triple axel, and then scores 76.81. So, like, not awful. Not great either.
Not awful, but not great.
No.
And then his free skate to Spartacus. Very dramatic. Also very dramatic short program. Like his friend Makar, but also not like his friend Makar.
But Pëtr always has very... Do you remember last season he had this Phantom of the Opera and he had fucking wings on the back of his costume?
Oh,
That was last season, yeah. He had the wings, which I actually kind of loved that costume. Also, for this costume, I'll accept it. This is like a new age Spartacus costume and it's not awful. He's got this short sleeve thing going on and then like...
a big old neck piece thing.
Big old neck piece and some glove gauntlets bought from Kmart or like from Target.
It's like Spencer's middle school emo.
But you know what? I'll take it. It suits him.
It's great. I love middle school emo. I'm still in my middle school emo phase.
Never grew out of it.
But really, I had a ton of hope for this free skate. But if men have taught me anything, it's not to get too optimistic too quickly. Mm-hmm. He had a gorgeous opening quad toe, gorgeous quad sal, double toe, double loop. And then he fell on his quad sal and then the Lutz and the Lutz loop combo. Just kind of lost it after those first couple jumping passes.
He was tired. I mean, good recovery for the triple Lutz, triple loop, although the loop was caught in the quarter. And then in the step sequence, level 3, I was like, You are tired, good sir. Conditioning.
He is tired, much like his friend
Yes.
Makar. Angst and exhaustion.
And Dmitri Aliev. And a lot of the men in this free skate.
A lot of them. Yeah.
The conditioning really isn't there. Maybe they just got all affected by COVID, which is probably very true.
Which is really terrible.
Which is really terrible. But also, like, Dmitri Aliev, don't go to a super spreader event again, please. Just saying.
No, none of that.
All right.
Oh, no.
We're coming up to the 7th place finisher here. Who's...
I don't want to talk about it. I love him so much.
So, this next skater has improved so much in PCS, but also manages to regress in PCS at the exact same time. And that's JIN Boyang.
Oh, no.
But also, we have another 3rd of October birthday. We've got 3 3rd of October birthdays here at Grand Prix of Italy. He shares the same birthday as Caroline Green and Michael Parsons. And unfortunately, all 3 of them shared not a great free skate.
Oh, it's very unfortunate. I really do like his short program, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I feel like he's going to bring the house down when he goes to the Olympics.
100%. They will go nuts at this, especially during that step sequence.
Oh, it's so good. And he really brings a lot of personality to it, which is great because I feel like he's just a very nice chap.
Oh my God.
Very nice
nice chap.
I met him at Skate America and he was a very nice chap.
He's lovely. He's such a sweet boy. And I think he does so much better when he's skating to music that, you know, he can project his enjoyment of. With Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, I think it kind of works. But then also Tainted Love was playing in the stadium straight after. And I was like, I really think he should also skate to this. I feel like he'd do very, very well for a short program. But first in the short program.
Quadlets triple toe, humongous.
Absolutely huge.
And then quad toe after that.
Very good boy. Very good boy.
Very good.
And unfortunately, this free skate was just a completely different story.
Oh gosh, it's Bolero again. Like, give me Spider-Man or give me death. That's all I want from this man. I mean, I understand that Spider-Man was the short program, but give me Spider-Man or give me death.
You know what? Go back to Star Wars, go back to Spider-Man. Although, okay, I will have to say, I actually don't mind the music. Especially the music. So he starts off by skating to Invocación y Danza by Joaquin Rodrigo. And there's a lovely transition into Bolero. And then there's an overlay of the first piece of music with Bolero. And I think it works really well. It's not just straight Bolero.
Okay, fine.
It's not awful. What is awful, though, is the costume. What is this? Is this like Camilleri costume version 605? I don't know what's going on.
It's kind of like in like 2014 when all fitness influencers were wearing those leggings that had the anatomical muscle print on them.
Oh, God. I feel like this is also like a new age, potentially Star Wars costume that he just had lying in his closet. And it was just like, oh, I need something for my free skate.
It's a little Darth Maul.
Very Darth Maul, which, you know what? Darth Maul would never be seen in this, to be honest.
Darth Maul would never.
Darth Maul is too cool for this shirt. But also, like, what do we call this? You know, Boyang's Bolero. Which, if you say Boyang's Bolero, it just sounds like the name of a bodega. Boyang's Bolero Bodega.
Oh my God.
Do we call it like Boilero? We can't really call it Bolero.
No, we can't.
Because it's technically Bolero. Anyway. Not a great program.
No, he went from 1st to 7th.
Rip. Big
Sad.
old rippage.
Sadly.
Quad Lutz, huge, like always, but he flipped out of that. Then he also flipped out of the quad toe. Then he stepped out of the triple axel Euler triple sow. Just wasn't great. Really, really wasn't great.
He didn't seem too upset by it.
Yeah.
But he was always very happy skating to Spider-Man, so take from that what you will.
That is true. I mean, the program, the choreography in and of itself isn't bad. I just think that, you know, with all the jump mistakes, he kind of regresses and reverts back into his old self where it's
all jumps and not a lot else.
Exactly. Which makes it a hard watch.
Yeah, because when the jumps don't go well, there is not a lot else.
Exactly. And when they do go well, he gets excited and it comes out and he pays more attention. He pays more attention to his PCS side and that lifts his marks. And it's more tolerable to watch than just a lack of skating skills.
I can't talk about this too much.
Anyway, the lesson is skate to music that you enjoy because it translates on the ice.
Yes. My child is also in a huge Spider-Man phase, so Boyang, if you're out there. You heard it here first.
Whoa, okay. Somebody who definitely enjoys their music choices and just enjoys skating as a whole is none other than Kazuki Tomono.
Oh my gosh. Okay, first of all, I thought that he was like baby Shoma. Why have I never noticed this before? They have like exactly the same silhouette and hair.
However, can we just pause and mention his ISU bio hobbies? Because they are literally golden.
Yes, they're very good.
Okay, go ahead. What are they?
They're scouting vintage clothing shops, which he should probably do with Keiji Tanaka.
Yes, I agree.
And sauna bathing.
These are excellent hobbies.
They are very, very good hobbies.
Have you ever been to one of the onsens in Japan?
No, but I would love to.
We'll go there. We'll go there soon.
Maybe we'll see Kazuki Tomono there.
Maybe. We'll probably won't because it's gender barriered. However.
Right.
However, Cinema Paradiso.
Oh, Brady Chanel did show up. There she is.
There she is.
It was great. I really enjoyed this.
Me too. I think Misha Gay has done a wonderful job with choreographing both the short and the free for Kazuki. I think both the short and the free for Kazuki this season. Beautiful, especially the step sequence. He gives so much facials.
Yeah, he really enjoys it.
It's such a joy to watch. Such a joy to watch. But the shirt needs to be more fitted in the short program, just saying.
Yes. I mean, even the way that he exits jumps is very Shoma-esque.
Oh, the knees and the quads.
Yes.
Oh, the way he saves those jumps. I'm like, maybe they should skate pairs together, you know?
I would watch. I
would watch too.
Shoma can find all the velour things in the vintage clothing shop.
Please no. And Kazuki would, reroute them straight back into the vintage clothes shops because, that's too much velour. Too much.
As Simon would say, not very sure-footed on the quad sal here, but really got it together with the triple axel.
Yes, lovely triple axel. And we have a La La Land program, which, you know what, I'm glad that there's not an overload of La La Land programs. I feel like everyone was scared of it. So
I mean, there's only one valid one, and you know which one that is.
No, there's two valid ones. And of course it's Junhwan, because that's just golden. That's museum worthy. And also Marin Honda.
Yes.
But Kazuki does a very good job here. I still love this music so much. And ladies and gents, learn about color matching from Kazuki. He goes...
Oh, yeah.
Royal blue goes very well with La La Land.
Must be all that vintage clothing.
Exactly.
Shopping.
Got his fashion on point. Lovely quad toe, triple toe to open. Nice quad sow. Another very nice quad toe solo. And then he fucking butchers the flying sit and he's laughing about it.
Oh my God.
But don't Chris Kinnear him it, Kazuki.
Oh my God.
Don't Chris Kinnear him it.
Don't Chris Kinnear. And then he just kind of loses it after that.
He doesn't get credit for the spin, but he's just chuckling to himself.
No. And then all the jumping passes after that are oh God.
He does a triple axel and it doesn't go super well. And then he goes and pops an axel. And then he decides, let's try another triple axel. And then messes that one up too, so it becomes a triple axel repeated.
Oh, no.
But look at him go for it in the choreo sequence. I love it so much.
It's a strength.
It's a strength. He's so happy and smiley. And, he just, switches on the energy. And I'm like, this is beautiful. Great music cuts as well. And I really like this program, so I can't wait for him to skate it again this GP season. Or just this season in total.
Maybe it'll be a third valid La La Land program.
Maybe. Kazuki.
It's hard to best Hanyan and Marin Honda, though.
Very, very hard. But Kazuki, the bar's been set.
He could do it. I enjoy him quite a bit.
Yes. All right, and in 5th place, we have another fan favorite, Junhwan. And happy belated birthday. He turned 20 on the 21st of October, so around 2 weeks ago. Oh my god, he's only 20!
Jeez.
Still
wow.
baby! Still so baby. Can we talk about this short program? Because it's magnificent.
Yes, it was so good. Not baby at all.
It's 2 seconds in and I'm already loving it.
Yeah.
So good. Shailin Bourne is back on her train. She's back on her game.
However, did not lend him clothing. Because his costumes are very good.
Bless.
Not that her wardrobe isn't good, but maybe not for figure skating costumes.
I think her wardrobe can be great. Maybe she just, that shirt that she had in her closet that she lent Nathan, maybe it was just kind of gathering dust in the corner. I mean, it looked like it, so.
Anyways, quad sal, so good. And then the Lutz loop combo, fantastic. So triple axel, kind of had to hang on to the landing there. But the step sequence, so into it, so enthused.
Superb. +3s and +4s across the board. The choreography is so great. Great music choice, great music cuts as well. But please get rid of the mannequin gloves. Please.
Oh, yes, mannequin gloves. Who else had them? I think Daniel Grassl had them.
Oh, he definitely had them. You could definitely tell that they had mannequin hands. Anywho, Nessun Dorma for the free skate.
Oh, this is a costume. The navy blue, the metallic accents, the flowiness. Oh, I adore it. Flawless.
And the sleeves as well. They just work so well. It looks so good when he jumps.
So good.
Great.
Oh my gosh.
However, the jumps didn't really turn out well, did it?
Oh no, so sad. You can tell that he's just not quite feeling it after the jump issues. And then the music is so big that you really have to feel it to skate it nicely.
For sure.
But you can just tell that his heart just wasn't quite there after all the jump issues here.
Yeah, so he fell quite hard on the opening quad toe. Then he popped the sow into a double, then did a triple flip single toe. It wasn't superbly great throughout the back half of the program, but he managed to think really quick and do a triple flip, triple loop, even though that loop was supposed to be on the end of that Lutz. But then he does a gorgeous inner bower, and I'm like, everything's fine, I forgive you. Great.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, he just couldn't quite get it together after that big old fall on the toe. And really unfortunate because I think I really like both of these programs on him, and the short program went so well. I'm just so sad that he didn't have a good free skate. But alas, it is men, so
it is men.
Don't know what I was expecting here.
That's very true. However, I'm just glad that most likely we'll see these programs at the Olympics and a lot more throughout this season as well. Yes. So, yay.
Thank goodness. Oh my gosh, let's talk about our friend with his big old ponytail, Deniss Vasiljevs, who came in 4th.
You know what? I enjoy both these programs for him. I really, really do. I think he skates them very well.
I love the Romeo and Juliet, especially.
100%. And it's... Okay, let's just talk about Romeo and Juliet first, because that was kind of like a highlight. It's so refreshing to have a Romeo and Juliet. All pieces of the music are by the same composer.
Right.
It's a classic Sergei Prokofiev. Great. And Deniss has also made Romeo with a ponytail / man bun like canon. He just looks so much like what you'd imagine Romeo to look like.
It's true. However, he needs to borrow Gabriele Frangipani's hair tie because his ponytail was just fallen out of its hair elastic.
I mean, he did, let his locks loose in the kiss and cry, so...
It's true.
Maybe it just fell out while I was jumping.
He didn't seem quite so sure about those first half jumps, but he has such impeccable skating skills, so the second half was very nice to watch, and he really brought it. Some men especially just don't. They kind of lose it in the second half after the first half jumps don't go well, but he is not one of them.
Yes, and he's one of those skaters that even if the jumps don't go well, he delivers such a lovely all-round skating performance.
Yes, and he knows that he's good.
He knows. Like, the step sequence and all of that, him and Stefan are they're a great team. And they were so happy with his scores in the kiss and cry. They were like They were up and jumping and hugging. It was really, really great to see. All spins and steps were level 4. Like we're used to seeing from him. So yeah, very great Romeo and Juliet. I really like it for him. And the short program as well. I quite like this for him. I quite like this.
Oh my gosh, apparently so did the audience, because there were some people screaming for him. Screaming.
He looks like a samurai in his costume and ponytail, and that's not what the music is kind of telling us, but still, I mean, I like the look. It's good.
I do too. I also love that he makes pasta at home with Stefan and that they live together.
Oh my god,
they make
that's
pasta
so
together.
Cute. Now I want pasta. But also, it was such a disappointment at the end of the program. It was such a difficult step sequence. Step sequence was called as a level 4, but then right at the end, there's this difficult sliding move.
Oh no.
And he stumbled on it and it was called as a fall, which was disappointing. But, you know, the rest of the program was really great, and it's definitely an impactful program. Very, very mini Stefan in the best way possible. We love to see that quality and skating skill and performance out there. But also he was so cute. In the kiss and cry, he was like, I had doubts, but I pushed through. And then he was like, I'm so happy. I'm like, oh.
Love him.
This is so cute.
Okay, let's talk about our bronze medalist, Daniel Grassl from Italy. Everyone was so enthused about him in the audience, as well as the announcer. Really, Daniel Grassl.
Like that big stadium, Madison Square Garden-esque thing.
Yes, Daniel Grassl in Madison Square Gardens.
Wow.
Imagine.
There were signs in the audience going like, Daniel, I love you. And I'm like, wow. Yeah, home crowd, 100%. This is how you know you were skating in your home country.
He skates to the White Crow for his short program in front of Misha Kolyada. The audacity.
I wonder what Mishan was doing. Was he like sitting there, like, you know Misha, so Mikhail Kolyada, that's who we're talking, Misha and Mishan. Misha was sitting there just with a stone face, probably texting his wife going, oh, what's for dinner? And then Mishan is probably, I can just imagine him, you know, with his beret, with a cup of tea, just eyeing down Daniel Grassl, just going, the audacity.
Oh my gosh. His spin position, there's a lot of contortion going on, but it's not aesthetically pleasing.
No, like, so that, you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys know what we're talking about, where he's putting his leg over his head in kind of like an upright spin. He should really be flaring his arms out, holding his legs there. I'm just like, this is really awkward. But anyway, I feel like a lot of his skating, especially the transitions and skating skills, is awkward in general. So, I mean, it fits the brand. However, really good job on the quad Lutz.
Oh yeah, very nice.
Yeah, I guess Quint Lutz is next on the cards.
No. Oh no.
Yes, he's got, again, the mannequin gloves. Like, triple combo with a lovely toe axle and a leg wrap. I don't mean actually lovely. But decent triple axle as well. Skated better here than he did at Skate America, so well done there. Whole team was very, very happy with the result he got for the short program. He scored a 95.67, which was the season's best. And yeah, it was a decent skate.
On Reddit, I do have to mention, I do not own either of these comments, but they did really resonate with me.
Likewise here.
First of all, someone said, he is like Italian Samarin to me, and never have I heard a truer statement in my life. Apart from the next commenter on Reddit, who says he has the energy of a teenage boy on 3 cans of Monster.
Never have I ever heard a truer statement. When you sent that to me, I lost it. It's so true.
So true. A teenage boy in 3 cans of Monster headed to the skate park.
Yeah, with a Mountain Dew in hand as well.
A Mountain Dew.
You know we're not wrong, guys.
And corn nuts.
We're not wrong. Oh gosh.
Ranch flavor corn nuts and a Mountain Dew. I love ranch flavor corn nuts, by the way.
It's such a brand. Well, such a brand. Anyway.
Yeah, let's do the free skate. Interstellar, which is such a good soundtrack, by the way.
Great soundtrack. However, what is the end? What's this vocal part? This is not in Interstellar. When we mean soundtrack, we don't mean the version with all the pop singers on there. That's not the soundtrack. That's like the accompanying, commercial thing. Sigh. Like, the movie makes me cry, and somehow this choreography and the vocal part is also making me cry. In that it's bad.
It is true.
However, the jumps weren't bad for him.
No.
They went pretty well.
The Lutz again was pretty great to open. That there was also a quad flip. Followed up with quite a few jumps called on the quarter. There was a quad loop Euler triple sal combo. The loop was called on the quarter. We also had a triple axel called on the quarter, as well as a flip loop combo, and the loop was called on the quarter. So definitely some rotational issues there.
I mean, the quad loop, though, I thought it was a triple loop to start off with. So get on those quints, man. Get on those quints.
Get on the quints.
I mean, good job. Technique, again, not my favorite, but he pulls them off. So, I mean, for some reason, his quads do look better than his triples, which are interesting.
The mystery. Much like Dmitri Aliev, the mystery.
Where are the aliens? Where are the...
Interstellar. It's the Interstellar.
Interstellar. There we go. All spins were a level 3. Step sequence was a level 2. So you can tell where his strengths lie. But yeah, still, the whole vocal part really baffles me. Like, this isn't Interstellar. Hans Zimmer would be mad. Anyway.
Anyways. Let's move on to our silver medalist, and probably watching in quite a disgruntled manner, Mikhail Kolyada from Russia. Watching the White Crow, by the way, in a disgruntled manner.
Yes.
Because how could anyone have the audacity after the beauty of that program last season? Although he does skate Schindler's List this season, and Jason is skating Schindler's List, so maybe he just needed a one-up there.
Yeah, but also, like, I still think... Anyway, we'll talk about that when we get to Schindler's List. But this short program to The Nutcracker by Tchaikovsky, choreographed by Ilya Arabuk. I'm glad he has gone to The Nutcracker. I was so disappointed when he decided to do Caruso of all things.
Yes.
Anyway, so there's been a lot of commentary about this choreography being generic and not really, as we know, Misha can do things. But this costume is so on point.
It's a good
I
one.
love it.
It needs a little more sparkle, in my opinion.
Really?
I really want just like a noble coat moment, like in Animal Crossing. I think we've discussed this before, but it needs a noble coat moment, and it's just not quite there.
ACNH 2.0. We need a noble coat version of this. Although I do like the costume as it is. Maybe some, add some sparkle on the shoulders.
Yes.
But I don't remember if I've mentioned this, but I love how we get a Nutcracker, like a proper Nutcracker Prince version of Nutcracker, not just our Sugar Plum Fairy. I love that this is happening.
It's true. That the quad toe, the audience audibly gasped. I was like, audience.
Thank you for detailing what comes out of my mouth as well. He fell on that. It was just... sadness. However, quad sal triple toe to open, and someone said that this is the first time he's done this in a competition. I swear I saw that somewhere on Twitter.
Really?
But
Oh, interesting.
If so, well done.
Well, it was good.
Yeah, good save on the landing of the triple axel. However, for some reason, maybe is it just this season, Misha looks like he's keeping his eyes down on the ice, like he's looking always on the ice.
Maybe that's what bothers me about the choreography in the Nutcracker.
Yeah,
that could be it.
And it's not like it's kind of like he's not projecting to the back row, because this can be an Olympic moment program, but there's just something off.
You know what? We need Let's Get Loud.
I was literally about to say bring back J-Lo. Bring back J-Lo. And that forest green blazer.
Yeah, the forest green suit.
Honestly, both of these programs they're like a step down from last season.
They are.
And I know you want to keep things fresh, Misha, but
while I enjoy the Nutcracker, it's no Let's Get Loud. And while I enjoy Schindler's List, it is definitely no White Crow.
No. Maybe keep the Nutcracker for an exhibition.
Yes.
Keep it for the gala. All right, let's talk about Schindler's List.
I'm more in White Crow.
Look, this program doesn't feel very inspired to me.
No,
it just
it
doesn't have the magic that White Crow did.
No.
White Crow really, it was something special. You felt it. This just feels like a good program.
I mean, it is a good program, but it's no White Crow. And there were definitely some mistakes on the jumps, but in this field, in this economy, it was good enough to get second.
In this capitalist economy.
It was good enough to get second.
Also, what was good enough to get first, though, was the meme you sent me of... so at the beginning of Schindler's List program, like, Misha, like, he puts up his fingers and it's like he's pinching something. And so this meme was... Let me grab this out. What's this meme say? Somebody posted on Twitter the image of Misha, like pinching something in the air, like part of his choreography. And sunlight_girl quote retweeted it saying, "How many nerve cells left after men's free skate?" It's just like this much. It's just like pinching. And that was really, really hilarious. So that was the highlight of Schindler's List for me.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, a really great quad toe, triple toe.
Enjoyed gorgeous.
Enjoyed
but
that.
Then he steps out of a triple loop.
Yes.
You can't be making mistakes like that, Misha. Not of somebody of your caliber. Come on.
And then the mistake on the Sal.
Torso just went before the rest of the body and just over-rotated. Couldn't check out with everything else in line. Yeah. Not his best. Mishin also was like, look, there's a lot of things we can work on, but overall, like, fine.
Yes, fine. Bring back last season's programs. That's what I say.
Please. I will fly to Russia and do a music switcheroo.
Yes.
Anyway.
Someone else who I do believe should bring back the short program from last season is Yuma Kagiyama.
Really? I like this season's short program as well, even though we didn't skate it that well here.
I don't really like it. I know it's time for Michael Bublé to come out of hibernation as we have surpassed Halloween season. But it does, I think it just reads a little junior and really awkward when you're just falling and not smiling and laughing whatsoever.
That is true. So for a short program, Yuma skating to When You're Smiling by Michael Bublé. And then he steps out of the quad sow. And so I was like, I'm not smiling after that quad sow. Then he pops the toe and doesn't chuck a combo at the end. So it's just a triple toe plus combo. And then in the lyrics, it says like, I'm crying. And I'm like, yes, I am crying, Michael Bublé.
I am crying.
Although a lovely triple axel. And I think it's a good program, but not skated well. Although when you did mention that it presents juniorish, I can see that.
Yes, it does. And also, it's not so much that it's juniorish. I mean, it is a little bit, but it's more so that it's awkward when you're like falling and not laughing whatsoever. And Michael Bublé is just so happy about his laughing and smiling.
I mean, like, great timing to the music, Yuma. Like, at least you've got that going for you. Anyway.
The free skate, however, I do really like the Gladiator soundtrack free skate. Really like it a lot.
You know what? Both Yuma and Kaori with their Gladiator programs.
They're good programs.
They're great programs. And this free skate really was if you skate clean, everyone else is like skating crappily, so you'll probably win. And that's what happened here.
Yeah. Yes. That's what happened. He skated so well, though. It was so nice. You could tell that he was working so hard. I was like, oh, good for you, working hard. You could tell. I really like the bronze shimmer decal thing on the bodice and the forearm. I don't know what exactly it is. On the forearm part of the sleeve. Really enjoyed that. Like Pëtr Gumennik, but different.
But not emo neoclassical.
No, not really quite Gerard way.
No, it was very reminiscent of Alexei Yagutin's 2002 Man in the Iron Mask free skate costume, which is great.
Is that really who we want to emulate, though?
No, because Yuma Yuma-san has surpassed Alexei Yagudin. And so now that's fresh in my memory, and that's going to be the point of reference. So thank you for being that instead of that other guy who's...
That other guy. We'll just call him that other guy.
That other guy who, unfortunately, his personality just completely overrides his skating. So, well, you did that to yourself, mate. Anyway, Yuma. Decent free skate. Has to save quite a few landings, but they're saved. So
but he did save them.
He did save them. He gets a standing ovation. And the boy is so light on the ice. Like, look at that triple flip, triple
so
loops.
Nice.
Triple flip, triple loop. It was so springy, so quick. I said in my notes, it's kind of like he has so much respect for the ice he's skating on. He's like, I'm gonna respect you real good. And it's just, he's such a joy to watch. Such a joy. Didn't really get a single negative GOE on his score sheet.
Look at
which
that.
For the men,
it's quite an accomplishment.
That's insane. So well done, Yuma-san, for taking out this event after coming 7th in the short program. Really, him and Boyang were doing the opposite.
Yeah, he went from 7th, literally 7th to 1st, and Boyang went from 1st to 7th, which is not what I really want to be saying here. No one wants to be doing that.
Big rip.
Yeah, Yuma just needs to fix up that short program a little bit. I'm not sure what quite needs to be done with it. Maybe he could land his jumps, and then it would be a little less awkward for Michael Bublé to be smiling so much about it.
Yeah, but I really think that Yuma has a pretty good lock on that 3rd Olympic spot for now.
I agree. For now. He's great. I love him so much.
Me too. All right, I think that is it for our Gran Premio d'Italia recap for both women and pairs, which we did last episode, as well as men and dance, which we did this episode.
Yes, that is it. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back shortly with our next Grand Prix event next weekend.
Oh my God. And also no book because we are hammered at work. So that's all right.
This is my last week at my underpaid, overworked job, though. So I've quit, and we will be back with a book next event. But no promises. Don't hold me to that.
Yes, we will try.
We'll try.
As a lot of the men did, but didn't succeed. So I'm Claudia, and come chat with us at Let's Get Down Pod. That's LUTZ Get Down Pod on Twitter and Instagram. And if you want to work with us, shoot us an email at letsgetdownpod@gmail.com.
If you like this podcast and never want to say the words, he went from 1st to 7th again ever in your life, please leave us a review and give us some 5-star love. We would really appreciate it. Thank you all so much for listening.
Talk to you soon. Bye.